be funny.
Without
But
affecting
don't
anyone
affect.
else.
Yeah, exactly. Don't like.
Don't be a dick.
Exactly.
But like we don't know anything about his life.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how he grew up.
Yeah, but that doesn't excuse any of his actions.
The
Though.
worst-
It does, but you can't say that.
The worst part is if you blow up off of shit like that and that you don't know anything else. Because if you blow up for shit like that and you know like how to do something else, you can then make money off that. But he knew nothing, right? Yeah. He knew nothing other than I popped off stealing shit. So then, you can't just steal the same thing over again. You got to keep upgrading. You got to
become
creative. You got to keep
Yeah.
upping yourself to add worth to your content.
Yeah.
So like if you don't find a way to use that appropriately, I guess you can fuck yourself over.
Anywho, bro. So, like, people who don't know, bro, what are some like songs you came up with that are like bangers, bro? Like,
Bangers.
Something that someone probably listened to. Give us your stats, bro.
I don't know, like, in the city-wise, because I don't look at the stats much, but, like, at the end of the year, we wrapped up with almost 500,000 streams.
Jeez.
And then songs that I produced for that somewhat my friends told me were popular in the city were Pellegrino by Mickey May and Ebony by Mickey May. I produced for Mickey May, the artist himself.
Check him out on Spotify and
Apple. And Apple Music. Yeah, we're on all platforms. What else you ask? Like,
So, so the songs and like how long does it usually take you to like create one of these like songs? Like, does it take a lot of effort, or is it something that like you kind of have to?
Sorry, guys.
You kind of have to like put it out there and hope for the best. You know what I mean? Is that what music is?
Sometimes, like with Ebony, we had a feeling that it was gonna do well for us because when we submitted it on to Spotify, we submitted it to a playlist, like from Spotify editorial, and usually they get over like 100,000 songs per day.
Yeah.
And and they recommend submitting a week before. We submitted the song 3 days before the release date, and we got on to Just Vibing.
Damn.
So that was something like we were shocked. We didn't know it was gonna be that good. We knew it was good, and then. But how long does it take us to make a song? Well, that depends, because sometimes it would take like months before we make a good song.
Really?
Yeah, like.
And what goes in behind the scenes for that?
Just frustration.
Frustration.
Like not knowing what to do, because like at the end of the day, there's no blueprint. Like you can learn all the stuff, but you don't know like what's a good song.
Bro, that's the craziest thing with the art. Like, I've noticing that in architecture. It's the craziest thing with the creative field. It's like, you never know what's right.
Yeah, you don't know what's good.
Like, and you're always like, what is it? You're always, what's that word? Indecisive.
Yeah.
About your choices. Like, fuck, I could do this, or I could do this.
Yeah, like I'm reading a book right now. It's like, I think it's just called Creativity. I forgot who's the author. And like, one of the things spoke to me was that when you're being creative, you just have to let it flow. Like,
exactly.
You can't, the minute you start thinking, that's when you start messing up. That's when it screws everything up.
And that's what I don't get about, because like in architecture and stuff, I've noticed all the other kids will like design something ahead of time. For some reason, I can't come up with an idea ahead of time. I have to get on the program and start designing, and then the idea will just come to me. And I'll be like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. I'll change that. And, like,
I mean, like a good way, like something that I do a lot in music is I look at favorite songs and I use them as references. So like, I don't know, for architecture you can look at your favorite buildings and stuff and just kind of take small pieces from each of them, because it's like when you're in like the creative field, like you have to steal. Like everyone steals.
And that's how it works.
Everybody.
You look at it. It's like you look at inspirations. You steal a little bit from each idea and you put it all together to master one.
You just can't steal just from one person.
Yeah, you got to mix it all together. And that's when it makes something new.
Yeah,
that's when you create something of your own. But going off of that, I know we've been talking about music a lot.
Yes.
Let's diverge into a little drama here.
Ah, yes.
A little drama in between. Let's give a little background story to the fans. There was just a little bit of beef. Let's just say there's a close.
I wouldn't say beef.
It wouldn't be. It was a little disagreement. A little.
It was beef. It was like
a little
misunderstanding. It was
beef, but it was beef with love.
Yeah, so
I guess you can say.
For those that don't know, it's like we have a friend group of like 5 or 6 guys, like really close since elementary school, basically.
We literally grew up with each other. Like
we
lived up on the same block.
Literally the only friends.
Like we knocked on each other's doors.
Yeah, literally.
Like our parents knew us. Like everybody knew each other.
It's not even an exaggeration that we lived on the same block. This guy lived literally across the street from me, the producer Ahmad. This guy lived like 5 doors down from me.
Yeah, that's me, Young Turk.
And a guest that we're yet to have on, we'll call him Jiffy for now.
Jiffy, yeah.
Who lives 2 doors away from me, and then there's one behind me, and then there's one in the complex behind. Like we all live together.
We all
and we went to the same school. Like I think
we all walked together, came back together.
Yeah.
Like we all did the same shit together.
Up until high school, I think all of us went to the same high school except
I didn't go to the same school.
Yeah. But yeah, so what basically happened was like Ahmad was starting off his career, right, in music, and this was early on. Like this was grade 9, I think.
Grade 9, but it wasn't like serious until first year university when I really took it seriously.
Yeah, but the beef I think started a little bit.
Evolve as we went on.
Yeah. So basically, obviously, we're still in grade 9, bro. We're trying to hang out, right? I think this is one of the points when Ahmed's like, all right, these guys don't support us. So that's what the beef was kind of about.
I don't think it was in grade 9, was it?
No. I was producing in grade 9.
Yeah.
But, I would still go out because I didn't.
Because I remember it was.
But he didn't go to our school, so it didn't really matter back then.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't I think we became closer more towards grade 11 and 12, like towards the end of high school.
Yeah.
We started getting back, like connected. At least me coming back.
Yeah, because we kind of diverged in high school. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
like the high school was the only time we didn't spend all of our time.
Take that in,
We like went to discover ourselves, I guess you can say.
Yeah, and the weird part was like grade 9, yes, we stuck together a little bit, and then grade 10, 11, 12, kind of not even 12, just grade 10, 11, we kind of did our own thing, and then we came back. We somehow just found each other again.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, go on.
So basically, it was about how like each of us felt about what each of us was doing, you know, like our goals, exactly, where we saw ourselves, you know, like. Ahmed obviously was focused on music, and we didn't really have anything at that moment, that time, you know. So every weekend, obviously, we just want to hang out and stuff. And obviously, Ahmed, like he told us, Fridays I'm doing thing, you know. Saturdays for the boys. Ahmed Saturdays was for the music, and
it's Friday.
Oh, did I say Saturday? Sorry, my bad.
Friday.
And so like Fridays, we knew like he couldn't link, but you know, all like with our friend group, we always try to like nudge like Ahmed link, and he'd be like, no, we're like, yo, just reach, you know. And I think he saw that. Like that's what you said. You saw it as like you didn't like we didn't support you, right?
No,
and that was like the main reason why the whole beef started was you didn't feel like we supported you through this, and then it just escalated a lot from there. A lot of backbiting, a lot of shit like that, and obviously we just needed to talk it out.
Yeah, we did talk it out.
To be honest, though, at that time, like when Ahmed started disassociating himself with the group, I could kind of see why he was doing it. Because at that time, I was getting to a point where I honestly thought our friend group was a little bit toxic, and especially like you guys definitely noticed last winter where I started kind of disassociating myself from the group as well, and that was a time where I was like, I started to think that maybe this friend group was a little bit toxic.
I mean,
because back then, and the thing is, the friend group has evolved so much in the past like 6 months or something.
Yeah, it has. It really
has.
Like after that big fallout.
Yeah. But back then, there was a lot of things that I did not tell you guys or that I kept in because I didn't feel. First, the group felt like it was judgmental.
It is. It really is. Yeah, it is.
And then second, it didn't feel supportive.
Mm-hmm.
So, like. And at the same time, there was part of me that didn't feel like we were like-minded in a way. So then, at that time, it was like all going together.
Like the way I see it, like especially like growing up with all of you guys, like I thought this would be something that you guys would have respected. Because I'm not like the thing is I'm not ditching you guys for anybody else.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing much. I'm just sitting at my house making music, and like I just want to take it seriously. Like in the first year or so, like in like first year university. Like I tried to hang out like on some Friday nights. I would come like maybe 11 or whatever. I would come out like whatever.
Life gets hectic.
Yeah, that's fine. But then it just got like to me it got bad when it was like the way you would hang up the phone. It would be like hang up the phone. Like, you're doing music. It just like it gets to you after a while. It start like snowballing, and then it just got really bad for me. Where like I couldn't even do my own music. Like, like the passion that I like, I can't even do it anymore because I keep hearing the thoughts of you guys saying, "Oh, you guys like you're bad," or "Stop doing this, you're wasting your time," well, like whatever, et cetera, et cetera.
No, I totally get
that. That was one thing I was against the whole friend group because the moment, like for me, I always push someone. Like I don't even care if you're my friend. If you're doing your passion, I'm gonna support you. I don't have to like your art. But just the fact that you're doing what you love, I support it. So, like, I don't know if you noticed it with me, but, like, from the second, I never told you, oh, it's going to be hard or anything. I'm like, do it, bro. Yeah, that's you got this. Like, and that's what I honestly believe. If you can do anything you put your mind to. So when you guys were like, man, that's such a hard goal. He's probably never gonna do it. Like, that's a joke. That's when I started also realizing this friend group maybe is not that supportive, and that was the biggest red line for me.
Yeah,
the thing is, like, okay, I'm gonna speak devil's advocate. Like,
no,
obviously what you guys are saying.
Speak what were you guys thinking back in the day?
No, that ass. Like, yeah, like we probably weren't the most supportive, but but we still like we never said, yo, Ahmed, like this is shit, yo. Like I remember the time that we're like, Ahmed, you gotta stop this, right?
No, yeah.
I think our support was more like, yo, if you need anything, like you were like I'd like to believe that we were the first one you'd call, right? Mm-hmm. And our support is more like brotherly support, where we'll beat you up and shit. Like what I mean? No, like that us. We'll beat you up. We'll
if you do stupid shit.
We'll be rough around you, you know. Yeah, but at the end of the day, bro, you can come back to us. No, that's like that's our bond. Like I don't like the idea of us not being supportive. Yeah, we didn't support you like maybe two friends would, but we're not friends. We're brothers.
Yeah, I know that. Like,
you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I get where you're coming from. You wanted to see that confirmation.
Yeah.
And I think we just didn't like see it, just because it was like, all right, he's doing him, let him do him.
Yeah, that was my main concern.
My
main issue is just like the fact that like I couldn't be me without being judged.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
or you felt like you were sacrificing something. In a way.
And even what you were saying, how like you were afraid to say something in the chat. But that's the thing. Like even with me, if I say something like serious in the chat, I'll get flamed or whatever. But like at the end of the day, it doesn't affect me. You know,
it doesn't affect you. But the thing is, sometimes
if anything, it's better because it shows how even if it's serious, it can always be worse.
But the thing is,
but that like the issue with that is when it comes to me doing a passion, like something that like this is not a joke. Like I'm not joking with this.
Another thing with that is, yes, we are all joking and shit, but sometimes you don't want to. You're not in the mood to joke. Maybe sometimes you're actually
correct, but
trying to be serious. Maybe there's something you want support in. Maybe he was at a time where he was about to give up. And he just needed us to be like, you got this, bro.
2018 was not a good year for me. That was the Great Depression.
Yeah, and maybe there was like a time he just needed us to like just give him that push. And the thing is, you don't always, if you're ambitious and you have goals, you don't always need support. And you don't need people to be like, oh man, don't worry, you got this. Or like you don't need people to just be like, just watching you and like trying to help you out all the time. Yeah. But it's nice to sometimes have someone to at least
like appreciate something,
or at least appreciate the work that you're putting in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's so in that kind of aspect, the friend group was a little bit.
No, okay, I get that. Like I think with us, it's more like even when Marco came up with this BDA thing, I don't know about you, but like we were all flaming him.
I honestly didn't.
Like to me, because like
it was a joke, but like it's a joke, right? Yeah. But I think once the results started coming in, and once we actually saw him putting in the work, because we knew Marco as a person who would start something and then just drop it, right? Yeah. That's our whole friend group was like that.
Yeah, we all really started something and we all stopped.
Like Limitless Football. Mm-hmm. We started it.
What is it? An impulsive. We're impulsive in a way.
Very. Yeah. So with us, it was like nothing was really permanent until we saw the thing. And with Ahmed, we didn't see that like very quickly. You know, no. But it was gradual.
But the thing is, you gotta. I feel like that mentality's got to change.
Because, but that's just
because for me, what I did notice, you guys were flaming Marco, and I don't know if you guys noticed. I did not. I didn't say a word about it.
No.
I kind of just you guys would flame him.
I wasn't there when that whole thing happened, but like. I remember Marco talking about he wanted to start his business. He wanted to start, like, back when we were grade 11, 12. He was talking about, yo, I want to open up a shop. I'm like, yo, just do it, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I tried to even tell him, yo, just start it in the garage or something. Like, I don't, like, remember we tried to convince him.
We tried to convince him. He wanted to open up a shop. We're like, bro.
Yeah, just open in the garage. So you don't need to rent out anything. You got a perfect garage. Anyway, like, I've always supported him in that way. Like,
no, that's the thing. Like, we don't suck up. I think we try to give better alternatives. You know, we try to point someone in a better direction. And then that way, that shows, all right, this is what he thinks. Like, you don't have to take it, but you can. You can.
Like, me personally, I've always supported. Like, I didn't really make fun. Like especially when I saw, like, when I came back to the friend group and I saw that he actually opened it. I was really proud of him. Like, that's amazing. Like,
I was proud too.
Like, he was talking about it for a while that he wanted to do something like that. And then the fact that he did it, that's just great. Like, I'm happy that he did it.
But that's also another thing. Like, yes, we have these problems in our friend group, but we're actually... like a pretty solid friend group.
Exactly, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like our friendship is different, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like these other guys that are like suck up to you 100% of the time, bro. Like if you're doing something fucked up